I've made my coffee and I'm out of coffee creamer, and they didn't have the kind that I normally buy, but my best friend turned me on to this Harry Potter butter beer. It's pretty darn good. It's pretty much like a caramel, but it's really good. So we're going to be doing that this morning. The normal coffee creamer that I get is the Coffee Mate coconut cream. Nobody saw that. It wasn't on camera, so it doesn't count. We make coffee by color, not by amount. We measure with our heart.
I usually try to multitask while I'm drinking my coffee so that I'm not just sitting there staring off in space. I just got done watching my best friend's video. Oh my gosh, I love her so much. So I have two best friends. They're sisters. And I cannot tell you how much these women mean to me. Women need other women. Women that are in their corner that, and I'm going to cry. Women that love you just for being you. So, oh my gosh. Whew. Okay, back to it. So she reminded me in her video that we had done bingo cards for 2026. I remember last year everyone's like, oh, that wasn't on my 2025 bingo card. And I thought, what a fun vision board that would be. I love bingo. I love playing bingo. I like going into the halls and playing bingo with all the little ladies that you don't mess with because they will cut you if you mess with their bingo rules. Like, you follow the rules, you do what you're supposed to do. Anyhow, so we made bingo cards. So I'm going to put my little bingo card over here and cover all of this stuff up. So on there, I had put things like explore a new city. Now, when we move, I'm going to explore a new city. So that's coming up in mid-March. Learn to edit photos. That is something I still want to learn to do, but my best friend showed me a thing that is already on our Samsung phones that will really help with that. So I'm going to play with that a little bit more. Go to a farmer's market, make an extra couple of car payments this year, visit a national park. That is something that my boyfriend and I really like to do. I have some certifications that I want to sit for that have to do with nursing. And I've really been putting this one off. I was supposed to do it when we first moved to Lynchburg, but kept coming up with reasons not to do it, and we have been here for like 10 months. So, I have my book though from doing my class. My first one I'm going to do is to get my certification for nurse health coaching. So I've got my book that I need to study, but I did turn my application in this week, paid the stupid high fee for taking the exam. And once my application is approved, then I have 3 months to take the test. And once they send me something that says it's approved, which I'm kind of expecting that this week, I am going to schedule my exam to be taken by the end of February. That's my goal. I'm looking at 4 weeks is what I would like to put it out. That way I have time to kind of go over this book, go over the theories and who came up with the theories and things like that. Another one, after I get done with this one, is the holistic nursing certification. And it was part of this same class, but it's 2 different exams. So I'm going to do that and then complete my chemo certification so that I can start, run, and discontinue chemo. There's a long story for that, and I'll get into that on another video. go to a shooting range. That is something that I enjoyed doing when I was a kid. I really enjoyed target shooting. Now it's more for self-defense, but just have a fun afternoon, go out to a shooting range. Start therapy back again because I think everybody needs therapy. I do need therapy. Run a 5K. I can actually mark that one off because we did the chili run in Joplin, Missouri, with my best friends, and there was like 8 or 9 of us, and I was quoted in the Joplin Globe. But then one's my birthday. One is get a facial. I've never gotten a facial. I think I would like to do that. Record 5 30-minute podcast episodes. I've been wanting to start a podcast for years and years. So we're gonna do that. We're just gonna see what happens. Take a class, any kind of a class, a pottery class, a painting class. I don't know how to knit your cat's sweaters class, and both my cats just looked at me like, "Yeah, you knit that sweater. You see what happens." So we'll see. That was perfect timing, actually. Read a book. I have found that over the last few years, especially while traveling, I've stopped reading. I love to read. Like, I love to read. And I have just quit because I don't want to accumulate books that I have to move. And so I have just stopped reading. And there's something about a Kindle, which is fine, but I like the pages and the smell and touching the book. And you don't get that with an e-reader, but I did just get an e-library card this month from the Barry Lawrence Library in Missouri, which is where I'm a resident of. But when you're in Virginia or you're in Vermont or you're in Colorado, you can't necessarily get a library card. So you can't even, and I don't want to buy every book because what if it stinks? I don't want to buy a crappy book. So I just stopped reading. So my best friend Kathy read a book called Dungeon Crawler Carl, which my friend Amber is reading right now, and I have Kindle Unlimited now, and so they're free on there. So I have downloaded the book to my Kindle, and both of them say that it's great and it's funny and it's an easy read, so I'm going to start there. The next one is take dance lessons. So that is one thing that Justin and I talked about a long, long time ago when we were still long distance, is that I've always wanted to take couples dance lessons, not ballroom dancing, but like normal, we're going to an event, we're going to a wedding, we're going out to a bar, and people are dancing and we can dance. So I've been wanting to do that. Get a new tattoo. I kind of had that itch to get a new tattoo. So I'm working on the design for that. Buy one stock this year. So the stock market is something that's a bit of a mystery to me and a bit of something I'm not that familiar with, but I see the opportunity and the advantage of, and so I want to learn more. So that's on my list. Upload 5 videos to YouTube. So, little backstory. I have had this YouTube channel for over a decade. I first got it when I was in nursing school and I had to do a video for school. Ended up doing 4 videos for school and hated every minute of it, just to be honest. And it was more the technology side of it than it was actually making the videos. I have made dozens of videos over the years, but I've never learned how to edit them, and I haven't learned how to set them up and take them correctly. Like right now, I'm working with this new mic. It's just a $15 mic from Walmart. Yesterday's video, I wasn't all that impressed with the sound quality, but I thought maybe it's just placement. So I'm giving it another whirl. The lighting right now is really bothering me, and I keep looking down because the glare off my glasses is driving me nuts because I have a light, a boob light right here, and a window right in front of me that my cats are laying in front of. And it's sending a glare on my glasses and it's driving me nuts. So that is another thing that I need to work on. You guys are kind of getting a behind the scenes growth of this channel, but I digress. So I've had this channel for a long time and I have not done anything with it. Am I looking to become a YouTube influencer? No, that's so much time and so much work. This is just a way for me to creatively express myself and to keep up with things that are going on in other people's lives, things that are going on in my life. And so one of my spots is to upload 5 new videos to YouTube in 2026. Surely I can do that. I'm one down and I'm working on the second one. Another one that I can mark off is purge my closet. I actually did that before we did our New Year's visit to Missouri. I figured I was packing anyway, and honestly, I have a very small wardrobe. So it was pretty easy to do, but I still came out with like half a trash bag of stuff to donate. It was crazy. Try 5 new recipes this year. I actually really like to cook. Food is something that Justin and I really struggle with because we're on 2 separate paths. He's trying to bulk and I'm trying to cut. So it's lots of protein, less carbs. I'm trying to be a little more plant-based. We don't eat a lot of red meat, at least at home. He might at work, but I eat mainly white meat, chicken, turkey, fish, things like that. Not going completely plant-based, but I am trying to watch my cholesterol. Another on my list was to reach a healthy body fat percentage, somewhere between 23 and 33, and we're working on that. Heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and stroke run really heavy in my family, with people very close to me that have had those problems. And so I would like to avoid them if I can. My middle free square, that is my birthday. And then my last one is my yearly checkup. I've kind of gotten bad about getting my blood drawn, and I need to do that this year. I need to get a mammogram this year. Just general yearly checkup. My PCP is in Missouri, so we do a lot of telehealth, which is great. But we're going to mark a few things off of this bad boy. I think I have 2 that I can mark off. The running my 5K, which I want to do more of those, but I only put 1 on my list, and purging my closet. So those are the 2 that I can mark off for right now. I have sticky notes. So I'm going to flip the camera around and we're going to mark those off. There we go. 2 down. So I made a smaller version of my bingo card in my journal this year. So here on the front page, I have my bingo card, but in a small version so that I don't forget about it. You can see how well that worked. But there it is, and I'll mark those 2 off as well.
Hey everyone. So when editing this video, I realized that I did not cover one of my squares on my bingo card. It was the RN to Writer program. This is a program that I got interested in a few years ago because somebody has to write the literature and education and things like that go home with our patients. I've always kind of been interested in writing and freelance writing. This program talks about how to get started, how to set up your business, how to get clients, and to get like a reoccurring column, things like that. So I recently purchased an extra course of this class.
And it is time to get ready for work. I hope you guys have an awesome day. As always, thank you so much for watching. And like, subscribe, hit that little bell, all the things. Send this to somebody. I'm going to put a shout out to my best friend's channel down below. Love her stuff. If you like advent calendars, oh my gosh, she'll blow you away with these advent calendars. I've never had one, but I think it's on my list for this Christmas. It's crazy. Have an awesome, awesome day.